professional wrestling scene.
Yeah, if you don't
Shut up! I'm not done yet. He is the man. He's the myth.
Unbreakable, whatever.
Everything. I said it. He even says it. These people, they say it.
Yeah, they say a lot of things about Justin Lee, and I think none of them are what you're putting forward there, Travis.
Because they're Oklahomic morons is what they are. This guy single-handedly has reshaped Oklahoma wrestling.
Justin Lee, I have a couple questions, and I hope that you have some answers here tonight. There's a lot going on with you here recently in WFC. The firing of all the members of the dojo. The match that you had at the 12th anniversary show with Shotgun Dan Weber. The win wasn't enough. It seemed that you wanted to take out his knee in the process. What is going on right now, Justin?
First of all, I need each and every one of you to shut your mouths. Yeah, it's a nice shirt. Look, here's the reality of the situation. Just like most great heroes aren't ever respected and loved in their time, people don't realize what I'm doing is saving Oklahoma wrestling. These spot monkeys, this garbage fest, no, that's not going to happen on my watch. But here's the bigger reality of the situation. I have become so big, my mission has become so important that I am moving beyond Oklahoma. I am going to save all of independent wrestling. In fact, here in just a couple of weeks, we know these champions back here are ducking me. They want nothing to do with me. But I will be going to North Carolina to challenge for their championship.
Well, I believe Justin Lee may not have expected, as usual, for somebody to interrupt his precious promo time.
This ingrate.
Shotgun Dan Weber, what are your thoughts on what Justin had to say here tonight?
You know, nobody cares about that mess you're talking about. Nobody cares. But I need something I need to get off my mental. You know, it really hurts when I get a call from family and they wonder why I let this little man keep putting me down every month.
Ungrateful.
I have to tell them, you know what? This guy's like a father figure to me. Y'all wouldn't understand because this man has been a father figure to me. You bought my first and my second car.
Yeah, I did.
So, it dawned on me. God rest his soul. Jermaine Johnson was my first mentor. Now, he didn't teach me any fancy wrestling holds. He didn't teach me how to put a match together.
Yeah, I'm the one who made you great.
But you know what he taught me? He taught me integrity. He taught me how to be a man, something that you will never be.
Your thoughts, Justin?
Ryan Lee, I think I know where this is going. Shut your mouths. I think I understand where this is going. Dan Weber thinks I'm just some mark that he's going to come out here, say a few mean words to me, and I'm going to somehow give him a rematch after I destroyed you at the anniversary show. But Dan, let me just go ahead and squash this dream for you. I'm a big match guy. I am an attraction. And quite frankly, every time you and I have wrestled, I've beat you. It's not a big match anymore. I'm bigger than you, so the answer is no, Dan Weber. You can go out here, you can try to tell your sad stories about Jermaine and all this stuff. You're not going to goad me into a rematch. The answer is no.
Are you going to accept this answer from Justin Lee? Or are you going to take no for an answer, Shotgun?
I knew you would say something like that. I knew you'd say something like that. So, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a deal. And you can go to Channel 8 News. You can report to them with your glossy shirts with your nipples out. You can go report it to them. I'll cut you a deal. You say you're the best, right?
I am the best.
The best in Oklahoma.
I am the greatest of all time in Oklahoma.
He is
Well, let's
that.
do this. I'll give you my boots. I'll give you my wrestling card. And I will retire right now as a wrestler if you beat me.
Did you just say what I think you said? You said that you would take off those boots, you would give him your wrestling card, you would retire?
I will give you my wrestling license if you can beat me.
Sounds like the ball's in your court, Justin.
So let me get this straight. A couple of years ago, I discovered this little piece of gutter trash. 100 like you I could have chosen. And I turned you in less than a year into the #1 ranked wrestler in Oklahoma.
Very true.
I created a legacy for this guy. And you're saying that in December, here in just a few weeks, you and me one-on-one in a wrestling match, and if I beat you, I get to take that legacy that I made for you. And I get to tear your wrestling boots and your wrestling card right here in the ring. And you'll never set foot in a wrestling ring in Oklahoma again. And I will prove once again that I am bigger than anything I create. There is nothing bigger and better in Oklahoma wrestling than Justin, the Unbreakable Lee. Should I take the match? Should I take the match?
You have anything else you'd like to say, Dan?
You know what I got to say? December 2nd, let's run it.
What do you say, Justin?
Justin Sharps and Ross.
There you have it, wrestling fans. December 2nd, it's going to be Justin Lee against Shotgun Dan Weber. And this man's going to put his career on the line.
Look out from behind!
Well, this is what happens when you decide to overstep your boundaries.
Future cutter!
And future cutter! And that's exactly what we can expect in the future for Dan Weber, him cut out of Oklahoma professional wrestling. Oh, and Lee is going to go to work on that leg there.
Why are you doing it? Why am I doing it? I will save this. Come on, Justin.
I cannot believe the depths to which Justin Lee will sink.
The depths that Lee was seeing.
Yeah.
That was this not on Weber's fault.
The verbal
He just threw it out.
the physical attack from behind.
Hey,
Justin Lee says that he's reshaping Oklahoma in his image. If this is the image of Oklahoma wrestling, I think I might be done.
well, to be fair, Justin told him he was done with Shotgun. He wanted nothing more to do with Dan Weber. Who
he's
was the one?
afraid.
No, it is not that. He beat him last month. There was no reason for Justin Lee to worry about Dan Weber any further, and yet, what did he do? He acclimated to Weber's request for one more match, with the stipulation of if you lose, you're done. That's on Weber. And when Weber wakes up the next day, December 3rd, next month, and realizes that he will never, ever step foot in an Oklahoma pro ring again, he will have, once again, no one to blame but himself.
Well, there's a month's worth of time for Dan Weber to get ready.
You can give him a month, you can give him a year, you could give him 10 years. He still is never going to measure up to Justin Lee.
I mean,
Your next contest this evening is your main event and is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring first, he hails from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He is the Unbreakable Bad Boy, Justin Lee.
In all the years that I have known Justin Lee, he has always been arrogant, he has always been conceited, he has always been self-involved, but ever since he opened his own training school, ever since he helped people like Anthony Wilde, like Eddie Levon, and like Dan Weber.
well, he helped people, and they were a bunch of ingrates. I don't blame him. Justin Lee is an asset to any company he's in. He's one of the best workers in the region.
And yet, he'll be glad to tell you that. In fact, he won't even say one of the best. He would insist he is the best and has never been recognized as such. And I'm taking nothing away from his ability. I simply think he's not as good as he thinks he is. And he's about to prove to be face to face with that possibility right now.
And making his way to the ring now is his opponent. He hails from the mean streets of the north side. He is the boogeyman of the squared circle. This is Shotgun Dan Weber.
The star pupil coming out of the dojo, the right-hand man.
The right, and he would still be the right-hand man if he was confident.
Except there comes a point where every right-hand man earns their opportunity to step out of the shadow to be themselves. That's what Dan Weber took the opportunity to do a couple of months ago. He didn't want to do things the way that Justin wanted him to do. He didn't want to take the shortcuts. He didn't want to be used as a lackey. He wanted to be able to stand up strong.
See? This is a moment of truth time for Dan Weber. This is where we're going to see what he's really made of. He is in there with his mentor, his teacher, Justin Lee.
I gotta wonder if this brings back any memories, because I was there when Justin Lee was in this same position against Rocco Valentino. And if you could say a lot of things, Justin can say many, many things about himself, but one thing he can never say is that he ever beat Rocco Valentino.
Keep in mind, this is a new Justin Lee.
I don't think so. I think this is a very old Justin Lee. I think this is very much the Justin Lee that we came around in 2001. He's more experienced, yes. He's wiser, yes. But he's no different inside. Either man wanting to rush into the situation as the collar and elbow tie-up takes place now, and Justin immediately going to control of the arm, of the wrist. Going straight to the standing hammerlock.
And it's going to be interesting. Justin Lee is going to know how to pick apart Dan Weber. I mean, teacher student, he knows Dan Weber inside and out. Yeah, I don't know if let me put it this way, and you might call us, no teacher ever teaches all of their stuff.
That's right.
And I wonder if we're going to see that happen tonight.
But I can tell you also that as much as Dan Weber learned from Justin Lee, he's had a few other mentors along the way as well in his brief career. And I wonder how much he has picked up from them and how much he's going to be able to employ from them tonight in this match. The stakes, phenomenally high for Dan Weber. It is a must-win situation for him. And Weber being very, very careful at this point. No unnecessary moves, no risks. Wanting simply to maintain that physical control and hold.
The thing is, though,
yeah,
if he's got any chance of this, he's going to have to take some risks with Justin Lee.
Well, he slipped down into the ankle lock, which is a favored move of Dan Weber, but Lee very, very close to the ropes, able to break the hold that way, and now begging off, asking referee Dylan Feltz to back Weber up as long as he's in the ropes, and that is what is legally required. Lee calling for a test of strength, which is an interesting move, as I expected. Lee now going to work on the arm.
See, and that's what I was talking about. The teacher never tells the students all of their tricks, and right there was a perfect example. Weber walked right into it.
Justin Lee maintaining control here. In front chancery. Taking control of a handful of the hair there, ref. You might want to get that off. But and Justin obviously feeling very confident. You can tell with the smile on his face. Oh. And the verbal beratement.
Playing a little bit of the psychological game. Didn't really pan out.
That game did not pan out well for him as he finds himself upside down thanks to Shotgun Dan Weber. Big right hand staggers Justin Lee. And a big clothesline turns him inside out.
That psychological game pretty much backfired on Lee. I think all it did was serve to make Weber mad.
Weber with some body blows. Now catapults Lee across the ring. Puts Lee in the target, but Lee out of the way. And a single leg drop kick from Justin Lee.
Classic Justin Lee.
We usually see those in trifecta, but instead, Lee now going to work on the arm. Referee gets to 4 before Justin breaks it. And I have noticed that Justin's got to be careful here. Don't put your hands on the ref. I was about to say, I noticed that Justin seemed to be focused on the arm and the shoulder area.
Well, yeah, you got to focus where a lot of Weber's power is, and that's in them shoulders. I mean, the man is massive. If he can cripple him, to quote.
Oh, look out here, Justin putting his own body at risk as he rolls himself over the top rope, yanks that shoulder down, and now pulls the leg out from underneath Dan Weber.
There he goes, and now he's going for the leg. See, he's going to just take the whole left side of Weber out from under him. I mean, to paraphrase Justin Lee favorite, what he's doing right now, if a man can't stand, he can't fight.
True. Very, very true. And right now, Dan Weber.
That was the Karate Kid 3.
It was okay. Oh!
I mean, and this is textbook. I don't have a lot of hope for poor Weber.
Now grapevine those legs, putting pressure on the corner post. Again, trying to incapacitate Dan Weber, preventing him from being able to stand upright. And you can see the effects already as Weber not really able to get the vertical base underneath him that he needs.
I believe was Justin Lee, is Dan Weber's mother in attendance tonight?
I think members of Dan Weber's family are in attendance here tonight.
Oh.
I'm sure that they are hoping that Dan is victorious, obviously, but they certainly want to support him in case this is Dan's last match. And Justin now, the overhand armbar. Again, putting pressure on the shoulder area. And now Lee with those forearm shots. And Justin just can't refrain from the psychological warfare, the mind games, the verbal games.
Well, I mean, and he's been around long enough. He knows them better than anyone.
Well, you used them very well yourself in your managerial career. You understand their position.
You know, the wrestling, the physicality, and all that. But that's just part of the equation. You get into that man's head, and you roll around in there, and you can make him doubt himself. And that's where Lee is trying to go with Weber. And it looks like it's working out to his advantage.
Well, this has been all Justin Lee for several minutes now.
And this crowd being awfully disrespectful.
Now they understand
to a veteran like Justin Lee.
They know that they feel the same thing that most of us who know Justin very well do. No!
Oh!
Took too long soaking in the cheers. Oh my God!
Wow!
Overhead belly to belly. Weber now picking Justin up. Powerbomb. And notice that Weber did not let go on the powerbomb. Didn't try to execute a typical lateral press. It allows him to roll him over and put that ankle lock in play. He had this hold on momentarily at the beginning of the match. And now he's got Justin.
Oh. And Lee barely escaping out of that. And here we...
Justin facing off with Granny Hulkster there and backing up. He doesn't want to mess with her. But going from the...
Well, she's going to have to sit down before she has a conniption.
No, Justin fights his way out of the vertical suplex, tries to go for the O'Connor roll. But it's a super kick, and that hit straight on. I think Dan Weber may well be out.
Yep. And Justin Lee knows it. He knows this is his chance to finish Weber off once and for all.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I see where this is going. Oh, again with the mind games.
Well, it's great to play mind games, but maybe you should actually end the match. It's not like he's going to wake up.
Well, I mean, Weber's out. He's not going to know.
Lee trying to take the boot off. Don't throw that over here. And Justin down with the pin.
Oh,
and that was it.
Come on.
Too long. He took too long. He had the match in hand. And again, the arrogance, the conceit, the self-absorbment overwhelmed him.
You know what? It's all right. It's all right. Let's see how far Weber gets on one shoe.
No.
Yeah.
Now he's going to see how far he gets on one arm.
Yeah, see?
He's got the Fujiwara armbar on now. A move that he learned very well from a former NWA World Champion, Brent Albright. Weber trying desperately to drag himself to that rope. He's got to get the rope. He's got to break the...
And look at that.
And Justin Back in. Modified Fujiwara now.
If Weber doesn't make a move to these ropes, he could very well wind up practically crippled.
I don't know if Weber realizes it, but his right foot is very, very close to the rope back there. Weber trying to fight again through the pain, get the knees underneath him, relieve the pressure, and to some extent that way, he's back on his feet.
Dear Lord!
He just dislocated he just pulled his shoulder out of socket to break the hold.
You've got to be kidding me.
He rammed it back in. And look at Justin. Justin on his knees.
The determination to pop your own shoulder out to get out of a hold and then to go and ram it back in.
Two huge Beal throws as Weber senses the opportunity to seal this issue once and for all. Runs in too late.
Oh my goodness.
And Justin with a vertebreaker.
I'm still stunned, Burnham.
That was two. That was still two.
This
Justin directing more energy again towards the WFC faithful and the family of Dan Weber before mounting up on that second rope, waiting patiently for Weber to get back to his feet. Weber has a dislocated shoulder. He's down to one boot, but he is still going to fight. Oh my God! Picking Justin up!
Got him
Can
up.
he pull it off? GLD! He hit the GLD!
He hit it. He's hit it, but he's not there yet. He's not there yet.
He can't execute the pin. Now he's got the pin. And again, the pain, the overwhelming pain that kept Dan Weber from executing the pin more quickly.
It did, and every part of Weber has got to be screaming right now.
Look out, future cutter. And still not it.
How is he still going?
I have no idea. Reversal by Weber. Dan goes behind, locks in the sleeper. Justin trying to make his way to the corner. This is how. Yeah, you heard Dan Weber say not again. That was how Justin beat Dan at the Ryder Cup. Two years ago.
Weber seems to be picking up some momentum here.
And Weber back around to the ankle lock.
Got him, but he's going to have to get him.
He's got to get him back in the middle and grapevine those
legs.
legs.
Get him away from those ropes if he wants any hope of this.
Weber. Justin tapped out. Justin tapped out.
Wow.
An amazing victory from an amazing man as we close out WFC's 2023 year.
Very impressive way to end the year here at WFC. I'm so glad I was able to be here for this.
Well, I'm sure you are. Folks, we hope you'll join us again in 2024. For Richard Pierce, I'm CM Burnham. Thank you all for watching. Happy New Year, and so long from the Sooner State.